Dear students, welcome to my class. Today we are going to discuss about friction lesson. In the last class we discussed the part 1. We can complete remaining part here. Our foremost question is friction necessary? Let us check some situations. If friction is not there, we cannot walk or run. Okay, na? Because of friction only we are stepping one after the other. So if there is no friction, it just slip down. And we will not have any cars, bicycles, etc. because they are all run by friction. If there is no friction between the tires and the ground, and they will never go forward or backward. And we cannot hold any appliances such as hammer, soap, glass, etc. Just it fall down. Just it fell down. If friction is not there, it will not be possible to write with a pen or pencil on a paper. So you easily observe, apply some oil onto the paper and try to write it. So it is not possible. Whenever there exists friction, then only pencil or pen able to write on the paper. And unable to fix nail on the wall. So because of the friction between the surfaces of the wall and the nail, it is fixed in the wall. No building should be constructed and nothing holds there. Okay, na? Cement will never hold a iron rod. Cement will never hold a chips, whatever the things we add. If there is no friction, no building should be constructed. On another hand, if friction is there, overheating in the machinery happens. Okay, now because of overheating, it may cause to accidents and wearing of parts. Shoe, okay, now because of the friction between the bottom surface and the ground, okay, now shoe will be like that, and it causes noise pollution. Okay, now try to apply a brake of a vehicle in rainy season. So it will give some crunchy sound which we are unable to hear. It causes noise pollution. And in the forest, one of dry tree can rub with another, and finally what happened? Forest fires catches and it smashes out all the burns out all the forest area. So if there is a friction, these are the disadvantages. If there is no friction, there we cannot do some things. From this above example, we can say that friction is a friend and evil. Friction produces heat. Let us do activity 6. Rub your hands for some time. You feel that the palms will get heated. The temperature of the palms get increased. You can check it with the thermometer also. Strike a matchstick. So check the here. It is the slow motion and close up motion. See when you rub it. So it catches fire like this because of the friction between the matchstick and the side of the matchbox. See how it catches fire because of the friction only. So from this we can say that friction produces heat, means temperature is increased, automatically it produces heat. And activity 6, returning of spacecraft into Earth's atmosphere. Let you check when a spacecraft coming into the Earth atmosphere. Uh, okay, na? So some of you may able to see it in some TVs or etc. So what happened? Due to friction between the space shuttle and the atmosphere Earth, so what happened? Some streaks, flames, or heat may be generated. From this, we can conclude that friction produces heat. And now, can we increase or decrease the friction? Because in some cases we want friction, in some cases we do not want friction. So means friction will be there. Because of the friction, there are some advantages and some disadvantages. So now we can decrease the disadvantages, increase the advantages either by increasing or decreasing the friction present. So let us do activity 7. So how to reduce the friction? For this, let us play carom board. Okay. So when all coins are placed on the board, there exists friction between the board, surface of the board and the coins. And that can be reduced by applying the boric acid or carom board powder, we know very well. Let you check it. So this is the carom board and coins and striker. When you strike, then what happened? Because of the friction means there is no powder boric acid at all. So hence it stops there at the hole. It doesn't kind of make a point. Now apply powder boric acid. Add some boric acid on the surface. Then if you just do it with a small click, it will just get into hole. So in this way, by applying some material on the surfaces or between the surfaces, we can reduce the friction. Now, see, this is a machinery part which is vibrating. Now, by applying grease, we can reduce the friction. Now, see how smoothly it is going. When oil or grease or any other material are applied between the moving parts of a machine, so the material which is used to reduce the friction is called as lubricant. Lubricant may be or liquid. A thin layer is formed. When a lubricant is applied, what happens? A thin layer is formed between the moving surfaces and hence reduces the friction. Now, how to increase the friction? Now we have seen how to decrease. How to decrease by adding lubricants. Now, how to increase the friction? Let us check one by one example. Bottom of a shoe. So if you see it, it is well grooved. So means the shape is well grooved. There are gaps. It provides a better grip on the floor, on the road, whatever, wherever you walk, it will give better grip. How to increase friction? Let us check the bottom of a tire. So we know that it is well threaded. Okay, na? So in the case of shoes, it is well grooved. In the case of tires, it is threaded. So why this is well threaded? Because to provide the better grip on the floor. So from now onwards, whenever you want to buy a tire to your bike or to your car, whatever it may be, just check the threading pattern. If it is well threaded, yes, it will give better grip on the road. One more, let us check the gymnast. So when he play some tricks, okay, na, so automatically sweat will be developed in his palms. That can be reduced by the applying course. Because of the sweat, what happened? He will lose grip. To get more grip, he applies some coarse powder, some powder material. So it increases the friction for better grip to hold the bars, etc. Very tightly without any loose. Now, so these are the ways to increase and reduce the frictions. Let us move on to activity 8, effect of rollers on friction. So pull the suitcase without rollers. So now that is not at all and it is difficult to pull. In her position we can easily say and she told it's very hard. Now let you check same pull the suitcase with the rollers. See, a small kid can easily grab without seeing at it. So a small kid can also take it to anywhere. So from this we can say that rollers decreases the friction. It is also a part. And effect of rollers in friction. Let us do activity 1. Take a table, place three pencils. Place three pencils parallel. These are the pencils. Keep book. Let you keep brick 1 and brick 2. Keep brick on that. Now try to push it in that direction, which is easier. So we can easily tell pushing 2 is more easier than pushing 1. Why? Because of some rolling means round circles. So simply we can say because of the rollers below the brick 2, it moves very easily. Yes, first one is harder and second one is easier. And activity 8, from the above two cases, it is always roll a body. Okay, it is very easy to roll a body than to slide over a surface. When one body rolls over the surface of another body, the friction offered is called rolling friction. The friction offered is called rolling friction. So examples ball bearings. So everybody have aware of it, and it is seen in fans. So check the upper part. Fluid friction. Activity 10. To observe fluid friction. What are the materials required? Tumbler, spoon, and water. So fill water in a tumbler and with the help of a spoon, try to mix it in a round way. So you can find that if you take out the spoon, it will be rotated like that, means some whirlpool like rotation, circular rotation. After some time, what happened? It again settles. So here, why the rotating water stops? That is the question. Some invisible force should be there to stop the water flow. So why water stops after some time? So for this we have an explanation here. Liquid always follow the layer form. Liquid flows in the form of layers, one layer over the other, one over the other. Let you check here. Let us take the four layers of the liquid and let us have the liquid molecules in the four layers. See in this, if you observe the top one layer, the molecules in the top layer moves very fast when compared to the second layer, and they are moving faster when compared to the third one, and they are mediumly moving with medium speed when compared to the ball. So now what happened when one is moving the other? Always lower layer want to decrease the speed of the upper layer because of attraction between the molecules in different layers. So fourth layer try to stop the movement of third layer and here second layer, and second layer stops to and want to stop the movement of the first layer. So and it is a continuous process. After some time all will come to rest. And in science, liquids and gases are collectively called as fluids. And fluids also offer friction to bodies which move through them. Now, so in the water, so a boat is moving in the water, a crocodile is swimming in the water. In both the cases, water applies some friction on the body. And coming to the here, bird is flying in the air and plane is also moving in the air. Air is also applying some friction on the bodies. So here water exerts friction and air also exerts friction. So hence the frictional force exerted by fluids means either gases or liquids. The frictional force exerted by fluids is called drag. Fluid friction, the another name of fluid friction is drag. And factors influencing the fluid friction are speed with respect to the fluid, shape of the object, and nature of the fluid. See here, shape of the object has more importance because we are all developing the uh, new models to travel in air as well as in the water. So see, check the shape, bottom shape of the a ship and a fish. So they both are similar. Now check the wings here also. See, scientists always get inspiration from the nature to prepare these type of models. So this is all about friction. Thank you very much. I hope you understood.